Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Today I am going to be cooking in the Instant Pot. I'm really enjoying trying out new recipes here. So today we are going to be, I have my laptop over here. My tablet died, so I can't use it. So I had to sit my laptop over here. Instant Pot Easy Chili Mac. I thought this might be something that would be a quick dinner for somebody. So if you are new here, thank you for stopping by. If not, thank you for coming back. I hope you enjoyed this video today because this is going to be a first time for me to make this. So let's just get started with it. So a little bit, we're going to have 1 pound of ground beef. It says 85% lean. I don't cook with 85% lean. I like the more lean meat. So this is the 93. I will show that to you. See if you can see that there. It's the organic grass-fed ground beef. So let's go on and just get started. So it says start the Instant Pot in saute mode. I'm going to turn the Instant Pot kind of around here to me. And we are going to click saute and start. And what I'm going to do is get this meat. I go in here. This type of package has your little tear thing right here. You just and plop it in there. Okay, I'm going to put that down in the sink, and I'm going to take my little spoon here. If you saw my Aldi haul, you saw I got this spoon, and yet I've gone on and washed this spoon. So, you know, it'll be in smaller pieces, so it'll brown quicker. This is, I kind of call things like this my one pot wonders, where I don't dirty up, but just a few things here. So everything you see here, I've had to go buy because, you know, I'm not at home, so I don't have any ingredients here. And I'm sorry, I don't trust the spices or anything at Airbnbs. I don't do it. I don't use it. So everything I've purchased food-wise on my own. I went on and purchased everything. What I have to do here, it says, add ground beef and half a teaspoon of salt. Now, I will use their equipment per se. But this is half a teaspoon of salt. I want to set that back over here. So, set that salt out of the way. It says stir until all beef is brown. Should take about 5 minutes. It says press cancel and drain the fat. Now I will add this recipe down in the description. I'll put the link in there because I found this online from Recipe Teacher. So, but being that I use the 93% fat-free, the lean meat, I won't have to empty the grease off of it. You may. Okay, so now is the time to cut this off. So we press cancel. So I'm going to go on and press the cancel so it'll stop the cooking, because all of the meat is brown now. I don't know. You can see that it's all brown. And it's too much steam coming off of it for me to come around and pull this down for you to see. But now I do have, they had a little spoon rest here, which I am going to be using because I don't know what this dip is. This part, I don't know what that is, so I don't want to rest it on the side of the pan. It says sprinkle chili powder, cumin, and half a teaspoon of salt on top of the brown meat. Okay, this is one of those where you don't stir after you get your meat brown. So I'm going to make sure my meat is layered well. So the chili powder is 2 tablespoons. Now this is one thing I did do. I did pop the seal thing off of this. I throw those away because I don't ever sprinkle chili powder out of this, but it calls for 2 tablespoons. I'm only going to probably put about 1.5 maybe, because I'm going to have my son taste testing it, and he, like me, cannot eat the very spicy. So I only put 1.5 tablespoons in that, and it says cumin, and it says half a teaspoon of cumin. So we're going to do half a teaspoon of cumin. And I know you're probably wondering why I don't just take the spoons off of this. I can't find how to take these things apart. If I do, they're broke. So I don't want to break it. I'll just mess them up all at the same time and then clean them up all at the same time. Okay, and it says half a teaspoon of salt on top. Oh, this may be a salty thing. Get the... Okay, I got the salt, the cumin, the chili powder, and it makes sure to say, then add macaroni on top. Do not stir. So we're going to use 2.5 cups of macaroni. This is a 2-pound box. So I don't know how much of this we're going to use. I'm sure not the whole 2 pounds. But let me get the box open here. And what I don't use of this, I'll probably leave with my son, because I don't want to take any of this extra home with me. So it calls for 2.5 cups elbow macaroni. This is a 1 cup measure. So we are just going to do that. We're going to put this, it says put it on top and do not stir. So we're going to, that's 1 cup. Two cup, and I've had a lot pour out, and I'm going to say that's half a cup. Now I am modifying this recipe just a little bit. It does not have the fat in it, and the fat does provide a lot of flavoring in it. So what I am going to do is add beef bouillon for a little extra flavoring. But let's make sure we've got everything in there. We got the chili powder, cumin, and salt. Then add the macaroni. Now, it did not call for this, but I'm going to show you. I go in the Mexican food section aisle, because that's the only place I can find this. And I just get the little beef bouillon cubes. And let me pop this box open. It has a seal on it, and I just can't ever get these seals open without tearing the whole box up. I found the Better Than Bouillon. I found the paste stuff, but I wanted the cubes. So I have 1 beef bouillon cube. Now these, like I said, these are made by Knorr, and they are in where the Mexican food is. And I'm going to put that just right on top in the center. I'm going to drop that paper in there. So the next thing we do, it says add 3.5 cups of water and make sure all macaroni is submerged. I'm going to get you to hold right there a second while I get the liquid measuring cup. Here we have 3.5 cups of water. I'm going to slowly pour it in. It says make sure all macaroni is submerged. So I guess that means I'm going to have to flatten out my macaroni because it's not all submerged right now. So I will just push my macaroni down until it's all in the water. Now I said to put this in there and not to stir it. This, to me, it's kind of stirring it. But so that may be one thing with the recipe that's a little, maybe it just doesn't want the macaroni on the bottom so it doesn't burn. Okay, so all the macaroni is semi-submerged. It's all wet. It's all touching water for sure. Okay, we got that done. Now add cans of tomato sauce and diced tomatoes on top in the center. Do not disturb. Okay. An 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. 14.5, I'm reading off my laptop over here. 14.5 ounce can of diced tomatoes with green chilies. I found this diced tomatoes zesty chili style. And so that's what I'm using. The Del Monte is the only brand that I found in this size. So, and it says do not stir. I mean, they have this with an exclamation point. Do not stir. Okay. Next, we secure the lid. Make sure vent is set to sealing and pressure cook. Okay, so we are sealed. We are on pressure cook. And it says high for 4 minutes. So we're pressure cook. High. For 4 minutes. I'm still trying to learn this thing. You have to push that button every time you choose something. High for 4 minutes. And then we're going to press start. Okay, it says preheating. I'm going to turn this back around to you. It says preheating. It's going to come up to pressure. Then it's going to cook it. And it says when timer is complete, quick release the pressure. So we're not even going to let it do any natural release. We're all going to automatically quick release it. It says remove lid and stir contents. And we'll get back to that once this is done. The cooking is done. I've done a quick release on it. And now what I'm to do is add a cup of Colby Jack into it. Let's see, and stir in so it melts into the sauce. So I'm going to get my little measuring cup here, and I have me a plate over here too that I'm going to be using to taste it. Now if I put a little more than a cup of Colby Jack in there, I'm not too worried about it because we like cheese, and that's the whole thing. I mean, yeah, it's about a cup. Maybe a cup and a half, but it's okay. It will be good. We're going to open it. Always open it away from you. And it's telling me to start. The recipe says to stir it. It'll start thickening. This does look yummy, yummy. Now this, I did not use the petite diced tomatoes, you know, like the Rotel. So there are some chunks of tomatoes in this. And I do apologize about the light, guys. My light's back here behind me, not in front of me. Okay, so now I'm going to put that cup of cheese in there. Put this over in the sink. And I'm going to stir it up into the sauce. I've always called this chili cheeseburger mac when I've made it. But I always made it on the stove in a pot. But, you know, this is so much easier, y'all. I'm going to tell you, I love this Instant Pot. This can be another review for it. It is so quick and so simple and so easy. I am going to put a full spoon there. I'm just going to put a little bit there and let you see what that looks like. That looks delicious. Let me put a little more on here. Get me a fork. Look at this, guys. It looks great, doesn't it? Looks amazing. Let's try it. Now, I will say, I'm not a big pasta eater. So, I'm more like, I have to really, really want pasta. I'm going to blow on it because it is very hot. I can feel it through the plate. That does have a very good taste. I think if I had used the Rotel tomatoes, it would have tasted a little different. It is missing something though. I'm not sure what it is missing. It may be the cheese because we don't normally eat Colby Jack cheese. I bet it would be just as good with cheddar cheese thrown in there, and that would be like a cheeseburger mac. But guys, if you've ever made this, let me know. If you've ever made it in your Instant Pot, let me know. But this is good. I'm sure the flavors are going to meld better together here in a little bit. The longer it sits, it does taste good. I am going to say that it is a recipe I will do again. It's very good. But if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I would love it if you would subscribe. And if you'd like to see new content as I upload it, click on that notification bell. And if you want to subscribe, click on the little house. I think it's going to be on this side or this side. Just click on the little barn and you can subscribe that way. And leave a comment. I would love it if you'd leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this if you try it out. I will link the recipe in the description. And as always, until I see you again, have a very blessed day. Goodbye.